Hi all, I am Ramkumar Singh once again. So in this video we are going to install the .NET framework first, and you remember we were facing this error last time. So what we need to do is, it seems some installation files are missing, although it got successfully installed for DC node, but somehow it is not getting installed here. So what we need to do now, we need to provide it the location of those installation files for .NET framework explicitly. So what we can do, we need to bring this server within the virtual machine, but before that we need to extract this. So I'm extracting this .NET install this Windows Server 2012 R2 ISO file in some folder, in this folder, and this folder, software folder, is already shared with the virtual machine. So all my virtual machines will have this folder. So what next? I need to give this installation. You see sources here, and there should be some file. Okay, so it is still getting unchipped. That is why that folder is not there. So I'm going to pause this and wait for a few minutes. Okay, so we have extracted the ISO file of Windows Server installation setup to this folder, and if you see, there is a folder named sources. So all the features and roles are stored here only. So what we need to do now, we need to copy this extracted folder to our virtual machine C drive and then provide the location manually. So here I have already started the copying the files from the shared location, that is here, from here to the C drive here, and 32% is complete. And let me do this for the other nodes. So I need to copy the folder, this one, from this location to virtual machine local drive here. It will take few minutes. Okay, so the transfer is completed for the node 1, and let's go and check the other node, that is node 2, and it is about to complete. So we can start the .NET framework installation on node 1, and by that time this transfer will also get complete. So how to do it? Now go to add roles and features, and then next, okay, and then okay, so this is a page where you need to make some changes. You can see a link here, specify an alternate source path. So what we need to do, we need to provide that particular path here, the one I have just copied. and sources, and then SXS. So this is the location where all the roles and features installation files are located. So I just need to put that location here and then click OK and install. So this time it should work fine, and let's do the same for the node 2. Here also the copy of the setup file is complete and location is same, so I don't need to copy that again, since both the setup files are located are placed in the C drive only. Here and then install. So let's see how much time this will take. Okay, so I'm going to pause this video once again, and I'll continue once if either it is failed or successful. Okay, so installation got succeeded this time, and we can close this. And let's check the other node. On node 2 it is successful again. Okay, great. So let's check our steps, how many steps we have completed. So we disabled the firewall, .NET framework is also installed now, and time zone is done. And I remember it was not changed on node 2, if I remember correctly. Oops. Okay, so time zone is also changed now, and which step to next now? We set the IP addresses, install update files. Okay, and then we need to add the node, configure the domain, other nodes to adding, installing application server and PowerShell. Okay, so we can do these two things now, and then we can go and install the Windows updates. So we need to install the application server role. Let's check the PowerShell if it is here. No. Okay, so it should be in features here. Seems it is already installed. We can okay, so let's go and add all the features of Windows PowerShell. .NET framework is already installed, and for this distributed transaction we need to select incoming and outgoing network transactions, and that's it. Need to do the same with for node 2, the application server and Windows PowerShell. Here it is. click next, and then the Windows PowerShell. Next, and then incoming network transactions and outgoing network transactions for distributed transaction. Install. The installation is started. So once these roles are completed, then what we need to do, what we will do, we will install the updates for Windows Server, and updates are located in that file only, the one which folder which I have already shared with these virtual machines. So we can directly install using, or in fact I can try that installation right now. Okay, so these are the two installation files, kv29, kv29 59 34. So this is the older. Let's install this first, and on another node also I can start the installation, or shall I wait? Okay, I can use the install the other setup, other update, the newer one. So on both the nodes, in fact on DC also, I need to install these two updates. On DC also, okay, so DC is stopped. I cannot install the update right now. I need to start the DC machine first. So let's complete update installation on both node 1 and node 2 first, then I will proceed with DC. Meanwhile, let's check the feature installation that is still in progress on both the nodes, I believe. Yes. So let's wait for a couple of minutes. Okay, so our roles are added now for node 1, and the Windows update is still in progress. Let's see on the node 2. On node 2, update is installed and features are also added. And now let's install the other update here. So we need to install both the updates one by one. This is done for node 2. Now I am going to install this update. So installation is started. Okay, so Windows update installation is completed on node 1, and let me start it on the other node, other update also. This will not take much time since the size of this update is not that much. it took some time, so because it was around 126 MB, but the second update is very small, almost approx 3 MB only, so it will take a couple of minutes only. And meanwhile I had started DC node also, and we need to update this node also with both the updates, and I had initiated the first update. It is started, and while checking on the node 2, both the updates are done, so we can safely restart the server now. So restart initiated for node 2. For DC, I initiated a first update installation, and for node 1 the second update is being installed. Hopefully it is not going to take much time. Okay, so let us check the steps now. Install update file, so this is also done now, almost done. What is the next step after taking reboot of all the 3 nodes? So what we will do, we will configure the domain controller and then add other nodes to the domain, and these 2 things we have already installed, so we don't need to worry about these.
Okay, so once the update is done on all 3 nodes and they are rebooted, I'll install the domain controller and configure the domain. So it is almost complete. After the completion of this install, I'll reboot this server. Node 2 is getting reboot. Okay, so both the updates are installed on for node 1. I can boot it now. This is the first update, so it will again take 5-10 minutes. Okay, so second update is also installed, and we can install the DC node as well. I'm going to restart this, and the other 2 nodes are already up. So once this DC node is started, then we will configure the domain controller, install the domain controller service, and then configure the domain. So after reboot, DC machine is up. Let's log into the server. This time we need to configure the domain control sub-services. We need to wait since this is still processing.
this is taking that much time since all these three virtual machines are online now. This is always good to have more than 1 GB of RAM, but if there is no other option, you do not have much memory at your disposal on your laptop, then this is the only option we have left. Okay, so seems okay now. Yes, it is. So this is the service, this is the server role we need to add. Begin server and create domain services. I can add this one also. Application server is also fine, and that's it. And install. This is again going to take some time since I have selected too many roles and features, so it is good to pause this video now, and I'll continue once the whole installation is complete. These features and roles are also installed, so let's close this. And once closed, you can see Server Manager this alert, this prompt or the notification. So if you click on this, then you will see a option. You will see this an option like promote this server to a domain controller. So you just need to click on this to configure this server as domain controller. Add a domain controller, add a new forest we need to select, and root domain name. Let's name this like dvin60.local. Sorry. So this is also done. Now we are performing this, and we can add one more step, or you can say sub step. Which we have already completed. Oh, all right. So password is the domain admin password. So we need to type some password to set it. Click on next. Okay, so this already took this. We don't need to make any changes here. Next, and this is now verifying some prerequisites for this operation. So if everything goes correct, then this install button will be enabled. As of now, this is grayed out. Alright, and install. So again, this will take 5 to 10 minutes. I'm going to pause this. Okay, so domain services and DNS services got installed, and DC node is reboot automatically. Let's log in. Go to manage. Okay, in tools, DNS. So this is the DNS manager. Now, first of all, we need to configure the reverse lookup zones. New zone, primary zone, next. We need to enter the network ID here, which is 192.168.1, and you can see the reverse lookup zone here. Allow only secure, mode not secure. We can choose this one as well, since this is the test also only, and finish. Now go to the forward lookup zone, and this is our domain. We need to add new host, but we can wait for that. And now we need to go and configure the user, Active Directory users and computers. So what we need to do, we need to create a user with any name and provide that admin right and domain admin right. So here is the user list, and we can add a simple user, say clue admin, and password for this login. We need to set some strong password once again, and uncheck this option and check password never expire setting, and that's it. So a new user clue admin is added, and now we need to add this to some group. So first one is the admin group, and second group is domain admin. Domain admins, this one. Okay, so now we have created a user with name as clue admin and added this group user to both the groups, administrator and domain admin. Let's go to DNS manager once again, and here we need to add both the node 1 and node 2 as host. So name is node 1 and IP address is 192.168.1.11. create and check this create SQL pointer option, and then that's it. Similarly, we need to add other node also, node 2, and enter its IP address, that is public IP 192.168.1.12. It is done. Okay, and if we refresh this, okay, so static, okay, fine. So we have added both the nodes in using DNS manager. Now comes the node 1, and we need to change the domain from the work group. Similarly, we need to do same for node 2. Let's log into this server also. Okay, so go to my computer, properties, and then change setting, and now this work group is selected, so we need to change it to domain, and that is our domain name, DBA in 60 days .local. So if everything is fine, then by default it should end.
Okay, great. So it is asking for the domain admin credential now. So we need to provide the credential we just created a few minutes back, that is clue admin, and password for that. Okay, so you can see the prompt, welcome to the DBA 60 days.local domain. So this server is added to the domain now, and we must restart this server. Since this is, I am logged in as a local user, and after the restart I will log in as some domain user, that is we just created using clue admin, and we need to follow the same steps for node 2 as well. So go to properties, then change setting, change, and domain. Need to provide the domain name here. And provide the domain admin credentials. Then reboot the server. So now you can see we have added both these nodes, node 1 and node 2, to our newly created domain, that is dbn60days.local, and the servers are being restarted. So let's mark these steps here. So thus by now we have completed these 5 steps, and now we need to add failover cluster feature, and after that we will work on virtual disks. So I'm going to give a stop for this video till and we will continue
working on the next steps in our next video. So in our first two videos, in first video I the VirtualBox and created the
three different virtual machines with the name as DC, Node 1 and Node 2. And in our second video, that is this video, we just created some roles and configured the IPs, and we installed the update files on Windows servers. Then we had created one domain controller and added both the nodes to that domain. So now comes the part of failover cluster, and that we will continue in next video.